Imagine a world of perfect order, where all the people think with one mind, speak with one voice. Such was the homeworld of the Burindi, the place they call the Singularity. Imagine being flung from this land of carefully constructed order to a world of flesh and blood, a world of chaos and tempest, a world so alien that it broke your mind. You can't conceive of it, can you? But that is why, from the depths of the blighted dialands, the Burindi scheme and plot. Their agents, both willing and unwilling, guided by vaporous hands to bring about their return home. And they will stop at nothing until they succeed. Their strongholds are few and far between, but all hold secrets never seen by man. Sigil vowed that he and his rune guard would raid one such stronghold, known as the Disaster Maze, by those fortunate to return alive from its depths. The air was thick with the stench of drudges, heavy with their shrieks of fear. As the rune guard ventured into the maze, they were beset by some of the creatures, but far more fearsome than those that were caged. Twisted by Burindi experiments, these drudges were as swift and deadly as the dark. The stench grew stronger as the rune guard penetrated deeper into the maze. "I sense a powerful evil," said Akela, her voice a mere whisper. "Perhaps this is the very place where the Burindi altered poor Sir Martin." Sigil grimly nodded and led his men on, for he had vowed to penetrate the secrets of the Disaster Maze and learn all he could of the Burindi. It is said that the Burindi have no sense of smell. Perhaps that is why they allowed their servants to wallow in such filth. Or perhaps they simply cared nothing for their existence. The drudges weren't the only creatures born of the Burindi's abilities to manipulate the natural order. The ape-like tuskers were also enhanced and performed the brutal bidding of their masters. Without warning, they came upon the first Burindi. Eerie in its silence, the Burindi plunged into the rune guard ranks, vicious scythes clutched in its ethereal hands. As the creature died, its mask fell away, falling on the floor beside its now empty robes. "Gods," swore Sigil, "they are truly as hollow as their souls." The Burindi are masters of illusion. They are no more flesh and blood than the wind. Their grotesque white masks and tattered robes are simple props. They hang on nothingness. The Rune Guard grimly battled their way through the ranks of the Burindi, each of whom fought with a calculated ferocity made all the more terrifying by their silence. Silent themselves, the Rune Guard fought without battle cry, their words muted by the oppressive aura of the Disaster Maze. There was no end in sight, no simple route of escape. How deep dare they go? To be master of all you survey is the mark of kings. When you can see the whole of space and time, what are you then? The Verindi did not have kings. They had order, pure, crystalline logic. We had no idea of what we were facing. We had no idea whatsoever. The companions came to a room lined with cages, uncorrupted drudges kept behind rusting iron. The wretched creatures threw themselves against the bars, desperate to escape. It was a mercy when the rune god put them out of their misery. The air crackled with energy, charged with raw magics. The rune god came at last to the heart of the maze. The Verindi were impassive, showing no alarm. They showed no emotion at all. They drifted towards the knights, remorseless, relentless, their deadly blades whistling through the air, each blow capable of sweeping a man's head from his shoulders. The master of the maze, a Verindi director, guarded the true heart of the compound. With a single-minded resolution that only we humans possess, the rune god struck down the creature, and for a moment at least, the battle was over. Awestruck, the exhausted combatants took in the contents of the room that the Verindi had fought so hard to protect. Sigil looked grimly at the device. "Come, my rune god, let us hurry to safety. We have learned enough." We have learned enough? I think rather we have learned too much, far too much.